Hello, everyone. Eric with Fast Slow Motion. I'm joined today by John Catalfamo, one of our project leaders here at Fast Slow Motion, and Ricky Suarez, one of our Salesforce consultants. Also, our special guest, Jessica Brooks, the Senior Manager of Transcription and Client Support for Surgical Notes. Jessica, welcome. Tell us a little bit about yourself and Surgical Notes.
Hi, I'm Jessica Brooks. As he said, I'm the Senior Manager of the Transcription and Client Support team. I've been with Surgical Notes in various roles, from starting as an independent contractor, rolling on up into management. I oversee a variety of operations in my daily. So I oversee the MTs plus the quality control specialist. And then I also have the support team, which we manage emails, phone calls, we put in tickets for IT, just various realms throughout the day.
And what does Surgical Notes do as a company?
Surgical Notes is a medical transcription company, but not limited to that. We also do RCM coding billing in the ASC sector.
And so who are some of your typical organizations that you work with as clients?
Most of them are ambulatory surgery centers all across the US. We're up to, I want to say it's 918 clients currently and still onboarding like crazy. I got 6 emails this morning of new clients coming. So
and you reached out to us in 2022. What was going on at Surgical Notes at that time?
So we'd had a shift in the organization, some management changes that brought up new things of like, how can we process better? What can we do to make not only our lives easier, but a little bit more effective? Because essentially we're working out of an Outlook distribution box, and it was causing some issues with missed emails, delayed turnaround times with the emails, et cetera. So we're looking at better options to be able to improve upon that for customer service.
And John and Ricky, you guys have been working with Jessica and the team over at Surgical Notes. Tell us about how we approach this project. What have we been able to deliver for her?
Eric, we really approached this project. I think there was 2 main goals that we heard from Surgical Notes. One was to streamline their scan chart and transcription case management processes. And then the second was to really have a very real-time analytical view into some key metrics around their support teams. So in order to do that, what we did was we actually implemented Salesforce Service Cloud to help them support their post-sales efforts. We used a ton of features from Service Cloud that come out of the box. We used queues, escalation rules, email to case functionality, and then also put in omnichannel routing and the omnichannel supervisor configuration so that Jessica could look at any real-time metrics for her team.
And so we've gone from a shared inbox and Outlook to now a Salesforce Service Cloud build out. And what impact has that had on your ability to service clients?
It has been huge. Our response time is faster than ever. It's like within 20 minutes average. Being able to have real-time metrics to pull out of that subsequently has streamlined things just across the board. There's not delay in cases, having the escalation for the supervisor. We're not missing things. We're not having clients call in any longer and be like, I emailed you 2 days ago and I still haven't got a response. So we're sticking really true to our company policy of 24 hours to respond. And obviously way less than that because of the implementation and the numerous things that I had Ricky build for us.
I'll add something, Eric. So after we were able to do the initial Service Cloud implementation, that gave us a great foundation to really enhance what we had, the foundational work that we had done in Salesforce. So we were able to not only create many automations for Surgical Notes. I know Jessica is familiar with one where we were able to, at a click of a button, send emails to their support group, the Dublin email group. We're also able to integrate Ring Central. So Jessica mentioned they had many tickets coming through email and phone. After that initial implementation, we were able to stand up Ring Central. So now her team gets all of her emails coming into Salesforce, as well as phone call routing and phone call metrics as well.
And I should add that because of that, that's also helped with sales using it, because then they can go in and see the notes on the account. They can see why we talked to the client. If there's a reason, if it needs escalated to them, they need to reach out. So that's really helped across the board, not just with the emails, but the phone calls, because we're also making notes on those from some of the drop-down menus that we have, plus a free text box.
Jessica, you pointed out response times and cycle times getting back to the customer. I think that's a great point of where you started with trying to trap the work, all post-sale support, trap it, manage it, push it through, get it done, all in the context initially of helping your internal teams. But in effect, driving a lot of value to the customer in the process.
It went from making 900 rules per client in the distribution box to now they flow in to each customer support representative, and I can see in their queue right away what they have, can go in and look, can go in and grab a case or add something, or be like, hey, they just called, can you guys add this to the ticket before you answer it? It's been amazing.
What sort of impact is that growing up, so to speak, had on your company so far?
It's also had other departments looking into Salesforce or changing different things that they've done in Salesforce. And we're also IT's looking on coming over to our side so that it'll streamline better with, because right now we're running ConnectWise for the IT ticketing system that we're having to work in as well. But if we're all in Salesforce, it'll help. So that's, other departments have taken handle of what we've done over here and seen the benefits. So
how would you describe the project itself and your relationship working with the FSM team?
It was very smooth. Ricky was there, and we had a couple different people along with him. We had Carrie, and then there was another one that started with us, but I can't remember his name. Anytime we reached out, they were always there to respond. He built a dashboard and we didn't quite like how it was, he went back and tweaked the things that we wanted or scrapped it and started over. And he was very receptive to anything that we asked.
So there are a lot of businesses out there that have grown to that level of success where they've been running things a certain way. It's time to mature their process. What advice do you have for those business leaders that may be going through something similar currently?
Well, stay open, because with the changes also comes a little bit of fallback, but then you get it all starts working together, and you just have to be patient as you move through the process. And what you think may work in your head, once you get it down on paper or you actually see it in the process, may not be what's going to work. So you have to just keep your mind open to things, and also listen to other people, because they may have dealt with another client and been like, hey, we tried this, let's try it here, and see if that works for your flow as well. Because we were coming into this brand new, and Ricky did have some suggestions of other clients that he worked with, which helped. He's like, we've seen this, but your business model is a little bit different, but let's see if it works. And then we've took some things, used it just from there, or we've built on it. So that's been helpful.
We hear commonly, like, as we deal with business leaders, that having a good system in place, running their business, not only impacts their work life, but also impacts their personal life. Have you felt any of that? Like, outside work?
Yes, it was at first last year, because it's been a year since we implemented this. It was fast and furious and quite a load, and we were going through a lot of testing. And then now I just sit there and kind of monitor it. I'm doing my other things as we go on, and it's helped immensely. And then also I've been able to take vacation subsequently because of it, because now that we're in a much better place and everybody can see things and the dashboards are there and stuff flows, I can go, and the teams, they can handle it.
Jessica, thanks again for your time today. How can companies out there learn more about Surgical Notes?
We have our website, surgicalnotes.com. You can go on there and research. We're out there. It'll say RCM leaders, but it's surgicalnotes.com, because they're currently also in the process of rebranding, but that hasn't gone all the way through yet. So surgicalnotes.com is the best email address, and then you can contact people various ways from there on the links.